This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. Stay on the line to accept this call. Thank you for using GTL.
I don't consent to recording of this call. Sorry, I had to call collect, but right now my phone number password is messed up, and I'm not able to make any calls at all. I'm trying to get them to correct it. Don't know why it's messed up. Anyway.
All right, no problem.
Anything I need to know?
No, I can't think of anything, Mike. I got a couple of friends over at the moment, so I'm trying to think if there's anything. I can't think of any major things.
I need a CD WR or DVD WR. I got the CD that had the audio files back on it. They finally let me have it. So now that the trial's over, they don't mind if I have such as that. But I'm trying to copy onto it all the files that I've got that I want to send to you. And I can copy them, but when I do, they only become read-only. They can't be modified. And I was hoping I could send them to you to where these Word documents can be, downloaded and printed and or modified if need be. But the guy in the library said that if I had a CD or a DVD that was a read-write as opposed to just a read-only, then that's probably the problem. But I don't know if you've got any of those blank discs.
Yeah, I might be able to get one together. I don't know. So just mail in a read-write CD into the regular letter. Yeah, either a DVD or a CD, just something that I can copy to. That if you can test it, if you can take one and then burn to it. Let's say you got a Word document that's just a regular Word document. See if you can copy and paste it on it, burn it to it, and then try to pull it up and see if you can modify it, change it. Oh, he wants one that you cannot modify, right?
No, that's what I've got now. I've got a disc that's a CDR that you sent that I can copy to the disc, but nobody can pull up the file off the disc and modify it. It becomes a read-only document.
Oh, okay. You want one that you can modify. Okay, I don't know if I have one of those readily available. I'll have to do some digging.
Yeah, it would be a WR.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But also, let's see, revocation of election information. Do you know who sent that to you?
What's it called again?
Revocation of election?
No idea.
Okay, so you're not sure who sent it to you or if there's any verification, if it's of any use or not?
No.
The name on the letter in this, I guess you'd call it a template, is William Barnes Noble. And I don't know if that's just a fictitious name or if there's somebody out there named William Barnes Noble that did this.
Well, there's a lot of people that I talk to that whether they're in prison or out of prison, they claim they have the magic secret bullet, and but I don't know how to evaluate any of that. It's all above my head. But I can't remember what I put in the envelope, so I can't recall where that came from. I'd have to do some studying about it. Yeah.
No problem. This letter that you sent, it had some common law information about definition of common law. It had a copy of a press release dated September 2nd, 2018 from the Chilcotin National Congress. And it had some kind of a manuallab.com printout which has just generic typed up information for the PA-28 Cherokee 140. And then it had this revocation of election information. I was just curious if you knew who provided the revocation of election and if they, had any proof that it actually worked for them. That's all.
Right. No, I understand the question. It's a good question. I just, you know me and the legal stuff, man. That's I just send stuff along, but I don't know how to evaluate, and I can't recall where I even got it from. So.
Sure. Well, if anybody is listening, I don't know if you're recording this, but if anyone's listening and is familiar with the revocation of election information, and if you can, I don't know if you've got it posted on your site, but if anybody has any verification that it actually works, that would provide that verification, that would be greatly appreciated, because, you know, there's so many people out there putting out information that is rabbit trails. Time is precious. We need verified information. We need to know that something works without, you know, this nonsense of having to, you know, put your whole life in jeopardy over some solution that's never been vetted out. Too many people are suffering and languishing in jails and prison over, you know, and that doesn't mean just because it's verified that it's always going to work. And I understand that. I know that the system is corrupted, and though it might be functioning in one court and the courts recognize it, in another court it doesn't work, it's because they're a rigged game. They're operating under some foreign type of law that they are not going to let us know about, and it's an administrative court where they're doing as they please. It's rogue. I understand that. But at least if we've got some verification, we've got something that we can revert back to for, you know, a case precedence, if it were. Is there any way to ask Dorothy and them who they sent this press release for September 2nd, 2018 to? If I could find out who they sent it to, I would appreciate that.
Oh.
Who has the, well, never mind. I'd ask that question. There is what they call a red rider. It's basically a folder. It's an expandable folder. It's paper, cardboard stock. It's a SMEAD, S-M-E-A-D, number 73088, and then there's a number R1370E. I was given some of these by the public defender, like the second day that I met him, to put files in, and being moved around so many times, they've been basically destroyed. They told me that I could have those sent here and I could receive them. They're not that much. They're probably like, I don't know, $1 a piece. I was told they sold them on Amazon. If someone has the ability to send those to me, I could use 5 of them. If you send me a bill, I will get a check cut out and send it back to you and pay you for these. Because right now I've got in my room where I was just moved to a stack about 3 foot tall of legal documents that I once had in these expandable folders that's now just kind of loose because the folders finally fell apart.
Can you give the part number right now, and I'll look it up on Amazon while we're talking?
Yeah, the SMEAD, S-M-E-A-D, number 73088. And there's also an R1370E as in Echo. Those are the 2 numbers that are on those expandable folders. They're kind of
I found the first one, and my God, I didn't realize they're like $43. So it's kind of expensive.
No, that ain't it. Yeah, that ain't it.
Well, it is an expandable folder, though. I mean, 73088. It says SMEAD file pockets, cut tab, right position, expansion, letter size. So it is an expandable folder. It matches the description you're given.
Yeah, I talked to a lady that runs the mailroom. She said that other people have ordered them. That had people who went to, I don't know if it was Amazon or where they ordered them, or they just, I think they might have just went to Walmart, got them, and mailed them in. But she said she thinks she's seen them at Walmart for like $1 a piece.
Wow.
Or in like packs of 5 or 10 or something like that. But they sell them at Walmart.
Okay, yeah, they're coming up on Amazon. I can't imagine, just looking at it, I can't imagine why they think it's worth $40, but...
Well, that's probably buying a case of them.
Maybe.
You're probably getting 100 of them for that price.
Yeah, how many are you looking for?
5.
Oh, okay, all right.
The other number is R1370 Echo.
R1370 Echo, okay.
Yeah.
I looked that up on Amazon. That's not hitting anything right now, but is it also a SMEAD, or is it not another brand?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the two numbers I took right off of the expandable folder.
Okay, all right.
save the account, and as soon as I get my phone number and password reset, I'll utilize that to make contact.
Okay, Mike, we're praying for you, and I pray God works a mighty miracle. It's a big mess we got going on in this country, and it's just I don't know. I mean, I could give you story after story after story of injustices, and I know that don't help, but it's just I know that it's not just you and your Mrs. Parsons. There really is a serious war going on, and most people haven't even woke up to the fact that we're in a war.
Well, the issue that I talk about, this is kind of important. The Article 1, Section 8, Congress has not authorized the power to regulate commerce between anybody but between the states. The Constitution gives us the power to do anything between the people, and in this revocation of election, it references that. That's the heart and the body of it. They don't have the power to do what they're doing, and I've heard of people that are, this is from years ago, that were doing the same thing that claimed they had success in it, backing out of the IRS, because it's a fraud. People were led into believing that they were required to, utilize these numbers, which their parents got the Social Security number when they were a child. They had nothing to do with it, and then their employer required, and all these other things that are illegal. And, they were getting revocation of election, getting out of it. But
you have 1 minute remaining.
It all has to do with Article 1, Section 8. I think they said Clause 17. Congress has not been given the authority via the Constitution, and that's where Congress gets its authority, is from the Constitution. No authority was ever given to them for this. It only has to do with federal employees. Article 16 only has to do with federal employees, not we the people. Let's do voluntary coercion, and that's fraud, and that's where you're able to back out, because it was done through threat, duress, coercion, or ignorance in many cases.
Yeah.
But if anybody has any info on how to obtain the 401k or any of that stuff to pay off a mortgage, I know it's out there. I'm not sure. It's information that's just not widely known. I had become aware of it back about 5 years ago.
Thank you for using GTL.